Hi again. Well, I'm hoping that it stays on this time. I rebooted. I've signed into this twice now, and it looks like it's all working. So, I assume everybody went over to Leanna's. So, I don't expect anybody to be here. I was looking around while I was waiting on this thing. I have a lot of my fabric from tea cakes left. And I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. I have all sorts of jelly rolls. I have the accent fabric. I have the binding fabric still. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. And then I have some of this. I don't know what I'm going to do with this either. Zaza, you found me again. Hi, Sherry. And then there's this that I found too, but I have no clue what I'm going to do with that. It's got little pom-poms on the end of it, both ends, and it's all sewing machines. And then it says, a clean kitchen is a sign of a broken sewing machine. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that either. I guess it would help if I fold it the right way that it was. So I found those two things when I was cleaning up, but I have no clue what I'm going to do with it. I think this one is a tea towel, but I don't know. Who knows? When my sister-in-law got done with the aprons, I have a bunch of little bitty bindings. I have 3 of them, one for each apron. Oh, the other one's out in the other room. And so I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Oh, my Discord came back up. Okay, I answered Lisa. Da, 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 da. Let's get some chat up here. It is a tea towel, but who knows what I can do with it. I suppose I could cut it up and do something with it. I don't know. I'm not using that in the kitchen. So anyway, I said that maybe today I'd work on this. Fat quarter pop-up. I need some kind of a trash can over by my sewing machine. I'm using a little bitty thing that I made for now because I don't feel like dragging this over all the time. I'm going to tell Leanna you're live. It's no problem if she stays on. Oh, I guess I could have talked to you through here. See, that just shows you how I have no clue going live, I guess. But no, it was problems with my computer this morning. It wasn't me. It would be a good sewing machine mat. Yes, and I do need one over there because every once in a while my machine moves. Especially if I'm trying to free motion, then it's all over the place. And I think I have some of that grippy stuff left that I can put it on the bottom of it too. Hey, Melissa. Well, I've been trying to get back on here ever since I left. I rebooted it and I've signed into this part of it. This is my third time since it came back up. And I'm supposing that it's actually going to work this time. Hi, Annette. Hi, Sheila. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Rebecca. Oh, Leanna, I told Lisa that you don't have to stop yours. You could keep going. I ain't never had an opening act before for anything. I showed a tea towel that I found and well, I guess they're both tea towels. I don't know. This one is goofy looking. I don't like these pom-poms on it. I got it from Missouri Star. It came in, I think it came in one of the Advent boxes because I would never have bought this on my own. Ain't no way I would have bought that. And then, where'd the other one go? See, I didn't like it, so I already lost it. Here we go. It's cute. It really is cute. But it's a tea towel. It's a dish towel for the kitchen. And I'm not putting my sewing stuff in the kitchen. I'm trying to get out of the kitchen. I suppose I could try again. Hi, Denise. I know, I'm all over the place. I had to go out and come back in like 5 times. I rebooted the whole thing and everything. So I'm hoping I stay this time. I may need to clean and upgrade your laptop system. I don't have a laptop. We're diddy bopping back and forth today. Where's Giovanna? Giovanna was here for the first one, but I haven't seen her since. Good morning, Sandy. Hey, there's Judy. Judy. And Dawn. And then, that's Rebecca. I already said hi. But I'll say hi again. Hi, Rebecca. But Denise, I'm trying to catch up to myself too. Perfect sewing machine mat or mini ironing board cover. Yeah, I don't think it would fit my mini ironing board. I don't think it's long enough. It's just as well you took your granddaughter home yesterday. Yes. Yep. Somebody's beeping in Discord. There, I answered her. It's Melanie. She's looking for me. I want to make towels for my son's kitchen. Yeah, that would be nice. Oh, Judy slept through the storm. I'm frozen? No, I don't see it frozen. Good morning, Miss Melanie. Make a tote or use it for your trash can. Yeah, I didn't think of using that for my trash can. It says that it has 3 different sizes, but I only see one size on here. It's one size. And you use a fat quarter with it. And all the equipment, the hardware and stuff, it's only for one. And I won't be putting the elastic on it either, because the elastic is for tying it up when you don't use it. But it's going to be used all the time. Sorry, my little thingies. My little friend here is yelling at me. He wants me to check. Everything's cool. So anyway, what I was saying was I finished Millie's dresses yesterday. I have to iron it really, really well before I can take pictures. Oh, go eat, Sheila. No, you just wasn't moving. Yeah, I do that because I lose my train of thought. So then I'll sit here and think, now what was I saying? And then I worked on my Land of Liberty yesterday, and I thought I was done with it, right? Well, I got to looking. I had run out of bobbin again, so I have 2 more lines to do on it. I'm like, holy moly. I don't know if I'm ever going to get that one done. No, you just wasn't moving. Yeah. Oh, Zaza just had a donut. Now, for breakfast, I want real food. I eat eggs and toast every morning. Yeah, Donna, we're all waiting to see that bread. Mainly because I'm not taking the time to do that starter thing. That's just too much. That's too much work in the kitchen. And I like things nice and easy in the kitchen. I'm almost out of my coffee, too. I had a cup before I left the kitchen. And then I filled up another one and brought it in here. And I've been messing around with the computer so much. It's cold coffee.
All quilters are peacemakers.
I've been playing with this thing this morning too. I got this in the Jenny box. The Advent box. And it's Jenny telling me different things.
Always press to the dark
side. She just cracks me up.
Never underestimate the power of a woman with a sewing machine.
Yep. So I keep her right here next to my keyboard. And every time I need some inspiration, I push it and see what she has to say this time. I'm having scrambled eggs this morning. Half an English muffin and tea. Well, that sounds good. It's got eggs in it. As long as it's got eggs in it, I'm good with it. I play with mine daily. I do. I play with her every day. My husband thought I was weird that I wanted a battery for this thing, especially after I played it for him and he heard Jenny. He says, "Oh my God, it's Jenny." See, he knows you all by your voices. He knows Laura Lynn from Canada, Kelly from Canada, Kelly Quilts and Cruises, and of course Rita from Quilted Chicken Farm and Rita's Roost. He knows her, but everybody that I watch, he knows your voices. He don't even have to look. He knows who I'm listening to. Eggs are going up higher price. Well, Leanna's making eggs, kielbasa, and whole wheat garlic bread. Oh my God, I would come and eat breakfast with you every day. You play with her every day and you run out of batteries. I do. And I have extra batteries in here now. Usually I keep them out there, right there. It's on the other side of this door. There's a small closet. I usually keep batteries in there, but I keep batteries in here now. In little medicine bottles. So I can switch her out real fast. Yep. And I love Jenny. Jenny was the first one that I started watching on YouTube. And I really like Jenny because she shows you the easy ways to do it. And then she also, now see, I just lost my train of thought again. She shows you the easy way to do it. I don't remember what I was going to say. It's gone. But anyway, Jenny was the first one that I watched on YouTube. So I love it. And you never know when you have a Jenny emergency. I have a Jenny emergency all the time. I am so sick that she left and went to Africa for 2 years. I'm not going to get to see my Jenny for 2 years. I have Jenny on the side of my sewing machine. That was the first sticker I ever got. Yeah, I found Donna, Jordan, and Darlene. Yes, I found all them too. Yes, she showed you her mistakes and how to fix them. Yep. Oh, I know what I was going to say. She's always saying finished is better than perfect. And that's on this thing too. So she was my first coach on here. And then after I started watching her and Donna Jordan and all them, then I met Mona. Oh my God, I met Mona and my world changed. Let me tell you. Because Mona always says, "Oh, well, that's not right." but I can fudge it. Yes, I watched a lot of Nancy Zeman. I watched a lot of her reruns because she was already sick when I met her, when I found her. Yep. I met her and the girls last year. Well, Jenny is my sister from another mister. Jenny and I are a year apart in age, and her way of showing you how to do stuff is my way of learning. I have a really hard time looking at a pattern and even cutting it out because I did not understand the lingo. So watching Jenny, I learned how to do all that. Good morning, Michelle. Oh, you met her too. Now, see, I would just be in heaven if I could actually meet her in person. I'm glad the button has batteries. Yes, because even though she goes through the whole spiel of all of them, I keep listening every single time, and it's just more motivation for me. Hi, Kathy. Watched Nancy for decades. Well, see, I didn't get into quilting. Well, let's see. My first granddaughter was born in 2009. I did not make her a quilt until 2019. No, 2018. 2018. 2018 is when I had my foot reconstruction done. And so I was laid up for 3 months. I had my foot and ankle and leg all in a big cage. And so I couldn't do nothing. So I started looking through books and stuff, and I'm like, oh, well, I think maybe I can do this quilting thing. And sure enough, I could do it. I was shocked, but I did it. The turning point for me was Mona. I got to give Mona all the credit because not only did she help me with my quilting, she became a really good friend. And now you can't hardly watch Mona without me being there. And her and Lisa, they both were after me to actually start my channel. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. I didn't think I could go on by myself. I really didn't think I could talk on here by myself. Are you saying the opportunity to meet Jenny might actually get you to leave the state? Far away from me. I'm in Iowa, and you know where the hump is? On the east side of the state. I'm at the bottom of that hump. And all I got to do is go a little kittywampus here, and I can be in Hamilton. It's probably a 5 or 6 hour drive, but I could do it. I tell you, if I met Jenny, I would be in heaven. And Natalie. I really like Natalie too. Natalie is very cool. Yep, Fonzin Porter. I watch Sarah Galois. I don't know how to say her name. And Angela Huffman. I watch both of them all the time. Quilting Arts I've seen. Fit to Stitch, I don't know. I don't know that one. You should plan a trip to Hamilton. Well, I probably should, but I have sort of become a hermit. Shirley would tell you, I don't even go across to the next town to see her. I send my husband and my brother back and forth. I watch Fat Quarter Shop, so I have to be perfect. Well, I watched Fat Quarter Shop not too long after I saw Jenny, but her being so perfect, I had to quit watching her for a while because that just stressed me out. And I just stayed with Jenny. You were a garment sewist since teenage. Yes, and I have Angela Huffman. I'm subscribed to her emails, and yeah, I'm getting ready to do the quilt that she just finished. Um, the Ladybug petal quilt. Hi, Giovanna. But I downloaded all those patterns for um, that quilt, so I'm going to be doing that one too. Good morning, my Jamie. My Jamie's in the house. I saw Jamie on Facebook the other day. I was going to ask for her to be my friend, but then I'm like, nah, I won't bug her. There's your Diddy Bopper pal. Yep. Giovanna's great. I'm a pattern maker. That is, if I remember how to do it. Well, now, when I was younger, I used to make Barbie clothes, and then um, I took home ec in school, junior high, and it was one semester of cooking, which I hated. I hated it, and then one semester of sewing, and I made these seersucker pants because we had to do a project. So I picked these pants, and I'm like, okay, these can't be that bad to make. They were straight leg pants, and they had elastic around the top, so you just pulled them on. And of course, I had to do a hem, and I was just like, oh my god. And so I made these pants, right? Well, when I put them on, they were like the capris that we have now. They were so far up on my calf, and I was intending for them to go all the way down to my shoes. And I'm like, okay, I can't wear these. There ain't no way I'm wearing them. Well, my dad got a hold of them. And we had a family band that we would go to nursing homes and we'd play. And my dad wore those pants. And he had this red vest on with him. Now, the pants were orange and green and white plaid, seersucker. And so he had a red vest with him, and he had this wild shirt on underneath the vest, and then he had this really goofy hat. I will have to post a picture of our hillbilly episode because we do have a picture of it. And oh yeah, Jamie's my buddy, man. Let me tell you. Well, back in those days, And the only one I could find was that plaid. And I really like the plaid. It's just, oh my God. So anyway, to see my dad in those pants, it cracked me up and embarrassed me all at the same time. Because he would tell everybody that I made them. Oh my God. So after learning those things, then I started doing Barbie clothes. And the Barbie clothes were okay because it was little stuff, but my fingers worked really good then. I was really young. Like I said, I was in junior high. So, so I had that as a background. So I knew quarter inch, and I knew I could piece stuff together. So I knew I could do it, but I don't know. It just overwhelmed me a lot. And then when I found Jenny, and I was like, okay, I can do this. I know I can do this. And I started out and I was like, oh my God. Yeah, my dad was my biggest cheerleader. Yeah, I got it on my computer. I'm just going to have to find it, and I'll put it up on my community tab. I've only got the one picture, but it was a family band. It was my dad and my mom, and their friends were in the band too. And two of my brothers, I have three brothers. It was two brothers that was in there with us, and then my sister and me. And like I said, we just went around to different nursing homes and we entertained them. Giovanna, I'll post it on my community tab later today. I know I've got it. Yes, I watched Jean Truelove too. And Marie. My dad was, I still Andy, need to get better at doing quilts before the wedding. Eventually I would like to do that, but I don't see that anywhere in my near future either. Now, this last year, I have done more tops than I have ever done. I finished up my fairy secret garden of fairies, or I don't remember what it's called, but it's got fairies and secret garden in it. I just have to quilt it and bind it, and then I will show you all. And then I have Cake Pop and the Christmas Star quilt, the butterfly quilt, Butterfly Blossom. I have Millie's dresses now. I'm trying to think what's over there. Oh, I got that Christmas quilt too. The one with the dark blue with the circle things with the points on it that I really like. I did the dinosaur quilt and Dr. Seuss quilt. I have a Winnie the Pooh that I need to actually quilt. I have it all sandwiched together. I just need to do that. And then what else? I have like 12 or 15 of them that I need to quilt. And most of them are in that pile over there because they're just tops. Sandy Marie's Scrappy Creations. She's on Wednesdays. Wednesdays about, it's either 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock Central Time. Oh, Giovanna's been watching YouTube since 2012. I mean, I had heard of YouTube before, but I hadn't started watching it until Well, 2018. That's when I really saw it. And that's when I met Jenny. I love the colors of the tea cakes that I did. And I just happen to have it right here. I did the tea cakes in the same fabric that she did. And that's off to Quilter right now. Lynn Lockard, she's the one doing that. What's the Winnie the Pooh one? It's a panel. It's a panel, and I put Cuddle on the back of it. And I got it all sandwiched, but it's in the kitchen. It's waiting for the cutie, and I have to practice with the cutie first. Where did I put my practice? My practice material. Here it is. I bought this so I can practice. This is one of those Dream Big panels. And on the back, the other side of it, there's those smaller ones. And that's what I'm going to practice with. I'm going to practice on the smaller ones, and then I'll graduate to the bigger one. And then hopefully I will get the Winnie the Pooh done. And it's not like I have to get it done right now. But, you know. And then I have this as my binding for the tea cakes. There's my binding. See, my binding's all cut, ready to go. I'm just waiting for it to come back to me. So Marie's at 11. Well, she changes times every once in a while. Sometimes she's on at 1 o'clock my time. Or maybe it's noon. I think it's 1 o'clock Eastern. So, but anyway, she switches times sometimes so that she can get to some of her other followers. Hi, Miss Ellen. It's so nice to see you here. Oh, I'm just so excited. Oh, Jamie started watching videos about 10 years ago, but they were for working on my pool. Oh. Well, yeah, that's when I signed up, was 2012. But I really didn't get into YouTube until 2018. Yeah, Jessica, I really like the tea cakes one. I'm really proud of the tea cakes and what a good job I did on that one. I watch lots of channels now. I mean, I watch truck driving ones with the backyard trucker, and I watch something boutique, Marketplace Boutique. She does thrifting and that sort of thing. And then, yeah, there are small ones of that. And I'm like, oh, I can practice with those. Hi, Christy. I didn't see you pop in. Until YouTube, I didn't have any quilty friends. Now it's so lovely. Well, let me tell you, I'm just harping on her. I met Mona, and that's how I got to know all of you guys. Between Mona and Rita's Roost. That's where I met all of you guys. And I'm like, well, this is pretty cool. Because I don't have friends around here. I have my sister-in-law, but she's in the next town. She's about 20 minutes away from me. That would mean I'd have to leave. Yes, and on Marie's channel. I saw that, Leanna. Oh, Dawn! The other Dawn. I think I may have been on YouTube since 2011. That's what Miss Ellen said. Giovanna started watching quilting in 2020. Yes, and Mona's the one that encouraged me to do a bag. And I did do a bag. I bought a kit and did a bag. And I'm like, well, that's really cool. Yes, I watched the camping videos, the lawnmower guys. I'm amazed at the lawnmower guys. Food channels. I watch it all. And I'm just like, man, where has YouTube been all my life? No, Giovanna Leanna was on early this morning, but she's by herself. Her honey's in Puerto Rico, so she don't have no reason to stay in bed. Yep. Mona is my godsend. He sent Mona to me and my whole life changed. And then Lisa came. Lisa came afterwards. Because I met Lisa on Rita's channel. I met her when we were doing the quilt blocks. Remember when Rita said, oh, let's do these quilt blocks and we'll do a sew along with it. And so there was 4 of them up on the screen. It was Rita, Lisa, Mona, and Rowena. And then Rita stopped making the blocks that we were picking. Because we were picking the basic blocks from a basic block list and then a more advanced one. Well, I did a little bit of both. But I only did 16 of the blocks instead of the 20. And I pulled them all out the other day. So that I can put some kind of a quilt together with them. So paired them up and I got four rows. 3 across and 4 down. No, 4 across and 4 down. I got 4 of them here. That one. And that one. Oh, come on. Come apart. Are they stuck together? Well, maybe it's only 3 across. I don't know. But I got that, and then I got this one. And this one. And this one. This one here about killed me. First of all, those half square triangles are small. and then to sew them all together and keep them together. I guess I only did 3 across. 3 across, 4 down. I must have only done 12. So these were the ones that I practiced with. In 2019, I made 2 quilts. One for each of my granddaughters. I made a baby quilt for Charlie. And then I made a big quilt, a twin size quilt for my granddaughter Emily. I really like that green. And I got these scraps from Sheila Gage. She sent me scraps. And I really like this one. This one was with the advanced ones, and I did a really good job on that one. I patted myself on the back for that one. Yes, I really fell in love with that blue fabric. And the scraps that she sent me, I don't consider them scraps. They were more like yardage because they were really long. They were at least a yard long. They may not have been very wide, but they were at least a yard long. The last one? Yeah, I really like that one. So anyway, I need to put them together and put them in a quilt because I never finished. They were picking 2 blocks a week, but after 12 weeks, I was tired of it, and I quit making the blocks. I still have the list, so I can go back and I can make them and make more. But I was tired of it. I think Lisa was really glad when we got done with that too. Well, let me tell you, I started crocheting my husband an Afghan when we got married. We got married in 2001. And I don't think I started it until the next year. I think it was 2002 when I actually started making it. And I worked on that every night, sitting there watching TV. And I got it most of the way done. And then we moved into this house. And it got shoved into that closet. And it stayed in that closet for 18 years. The list is on Lisa's community tab. You just have to scroll way down to find it. She was doing blocks from Delaware Quilts from their site. Yeah, the Ultimate Lurker. That's because she... See, there is a playlist on her channel. Chicken Coop Block Swap. Yep. Hi, Marlene. I was watching one of your videos this morning before I went on with Leanna. The Awkward Quilter GA, Marlene. That's Lisa. I always wanted to do a granny square, but I only learned one, what do you call that? One kind of stitch. So his whole blanket was that. And I made it in 2 colors of green. And I only had like this much to go to finish it. And I finally brought it out 18 years after I started. So 2020, I brought it out in 2020 and I sat there and I finished it. And he held it up so I could do a picture of that one. And oh my God, he had it so far above his head and it was still hanging down on the ground. I'm like, oh my God, I went a little overboard. I'm making it long. But I made it really wide too because I wanted it to be able to cover up both of us while we were sitting there watching TV. I keep going back and watching more of Marlene's videos. Well, hey, Tracy, how are ya? Dang, 2 days in a row seeing Tracy. When I take it out, I will take a photo of it and show everyone. Well, I have a picture of that on my phone too, so I guess I could put that up. Plus, I made a second baby blanket for Charlie. This says I love mommy on it all over the place. That one was one of those self-binding ones, so it was a smaller one. And then I made Charlie a teddy bear one. I guess I could post all those pictures. But the teddy bear one, my sister-in-law Shirley had to help me with it because it had embroidery on it. I didn't have an embroidery machine and I was not doing it by hand. So I put the quilt all together and then I took it over to her house and she did the teddy bears on it. And then she squared it up for me because I had no clue what squaring up was. And then she put the binding on because I didn't know how to do that even. That was my first actual quilt. I had made my other granddaughter a quilt, but it was out of a panel. It was a unicorn panel. And then I put, I don't know how many borders around it. And then I put one of those Microtech blankets on the back of it. So it was nice and soft and everything. I really like the purple one that I was watching this morning, Marlene. I know. I couldn't believe that you were working on the 112 by 112. There ain't no way I would do that. I like fuzzy backs for kids. Yes, and my grandkids are getting all the fuzzy backed ones. And I can't believe all the pieces that I still have left over. I have so much left over, I could make those infinity scarves. I could make quite a few of those from what I have left. But I got to get the rest of this all put away. I have been putting them in those bags that I bought. So I have to put that stuff away. That one is my Millie's dresses. That's right there on top, Millie's dresses. And then my aprons are over there. And so I got to move that stuff and then bring in my AccuQuilt in here because it's going on this table. And then I'll have room for my cutie out in the kitchen on my dining room table. I have yarn galore and I don't know what I'm going to do with it because Marlene is really good. I like watching Marlene. I'm glad you joined her, Sheila. Eight totes of yarn that she hasn't used. I store stuff in new pizza boxes. I I would too if I had them, but instead I bought those. Well, you can't see it. It's hidden. It's hidden down there. You can see it better over here. See all those bins over there? Those all have projects in them too. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 of them in here. And I have more that are out on my couch that I haven't brought in here yet because I didn't have a place to put them. And there's probably 6 more of them out there. And granted, I have 2 or 3 in the kitchen. Every one of them has a project in it. Christy, if you subscribe to So Terry, she has a mini. It's smaller than the cutie, but she goes into detail on how to load it, how to put your machine on it. She does stitches with it. She shows you how to slide the fabric across so you can work on the next section. So Terry is so good. Oh, let me put her in here. If I bring it up over here, I could. Dun, 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 dun. I watch So Terry all the time, and she's after me to get my cutie out. Dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, now let's go back here. Paste. Enter. There you go. That's So Terry's link. And So Terry, she restores the featherweight machines. She paints them and she fixes them. And her channel is just so really good. You make pom-poms with your yarn. When I was in junior high, I made pom-poms too. You're late, Lisa. I already got it posted. And I had to go sign in. Yes, I buy the clear bins all the time. The ones over here have colors with them. The ones in the kitchen, they're clear. And I think the ones out in the living room, they're clear too. The pizza boxes are between 50 cents to $1. Well, I got these on Amazon. Yeah, I got them on Amazon because I was going to get them from Joann's, but Joann's was charging an arm and a leg for them. So I ended up getting them on, I'm getting most stuff from Amazon. Yay, Lisa. She's just logging on to her laptop. Oh, you don't use the circles to make the pom-poms? Yeah, Crafty Life with Rebecca. She's got a really good channel too. And Aisha. Aisha makes a bunch of stuff and sells it. I heard that Temu has them even cheaper. Well, when Temu first became a big thing, I bought some things from Temu. But the jelly rolls that I bought from Temu, when I got them, because in the description it said that they were 100% cotton. Well, when I got them, they weren't all cotton. Some of them had that metallic stuff in it. Well, I have bought from them when they first came out and was big. And then after I got that material from them, I stopped. I'm like, no, don't want to buy from them anymore. Last year when we did the Christmas in July, the big winner of the Christmas in July that got all the prizes, I sent all that stuff to her because she does crafty stuff. She does journals and all that sort of stuff. She can use that on her crafty stuff. So she got my Temu material. I have bought through AliExpress too, but that was a long time ago when I did that. Well, Rebecca, you just take your time and you get better before you start messing with us. We'll always be here just waiting for you. That's what they all said about me. They just kept waiting for me to do a channel. Oh my God, she blew out 2 needles. Cleaned the machine well, took out needle pieces and blew another one. So frustrating. Yes, I don't think it was yesterday. I think it was Friday. I blew up a needle too. I snapped the bottom piece of it off that has the eye in it. Luckily, it was still attached to my thread. So I found that. And of course, when I started taking out the rest of the broken piece of needle, I lost my grip on it and it fell down into the feed dogs. And I'm like, oh my God. But I grabbed my tweezers and I got a hold of it and I pulled it up that way. So that's how I saved my machine from my stupid mistake. Yeah. She's mad at her machine. Oh, I understand totally, Leanna. I'm mad at my brother. The darn things won't stop balling up on the bobbin side. My brother, I had trouble with my bobbins, but it's because they weren't winding right when they were going on. That's what my problem was with my bobbins. So once I got that straightened up, then my bobbins are okay. I knew you got really frustrated with it. Leanna, did you check your bobbin case? Yep, I took mine all apart too. The bobbin case, everything. I took it all out. I cleaned all around it. And they always say that you don't have to oil the brothers. Yes, you do. Because that was part of my problem when my brother completely shut down on me. My real brother, took my brother from me. And he fixed it. And all it was the needle needed to be changed again, and it needed oiled. Yeah, Leanna's pretty good at fixing her machines. She was going to make breakfast 2 hours ago. Yeah. You should take over the Sunday morning lives. No, I shouldn't. I skewered your pinky toe with a needle and went clear through to the other side of my toe, piercing the next toe. Okay, so I have a question for you, Sandy. How'd you get your foot high enough to the sewing machine to get your toe pierced? I know, it's not funny. It hurt, but I can just see you in my mind with your foot clear up on the sewing desk there. And it going through your foot. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you. I have nicked my finger before. Mona has sewed through a finger. She loves the visual. Well, I can't get my leg that high anymore. So I was really wondering how you got your leg up there. Well, yeah, it could have been a hand needle on the floor. She's done a lot of laughing since watching the video of her sister removing it. Yeah. I used to like to sew barefooted, but with my diabetes, I have to have shoes on all the time. Otherwise, my feet swell up so bad. So I don't worry too much about that stuff on the floor, except Honey likes to grab whatever drops, she grabs. She figures it's on the floor, it's fair game, and it's hers. I've gotten my finger while doing embroidery on the machine. Fortunately, it was only a couple of stitches. I've definitely seen worse. 2 is one too many. Yeah, post your video, Sandy. Tell them this is what you don't do with sewing. Has Honey got any pins in her lips? Yes, she has. She grabs them, and I don't know how she doesn't stick herself with them. But she gets them, and they always end up sideways in her mouth. And she puts them in between her teeth. You know how her teeth go around? She puts them there, and she just walks around like, I'm all that. And then, of course, when you're trying to open her mouth to get the pins out, she has lockjaw on them. She's only gotten 2 of my pins, though, so I've been grateful for that. She really likes the fabric, though. So if I drop a piece of fabric, it don't matter how big it is. She grabs it and takes off running with it. Yeah, 2 is too many, but I can understand it happening at least once. Yeah. So now she leaves my fabric alone because she goes to the beauty parlor once a month. And at the beauty parlor, they used to get bows, and lately they've been getting bandanas. She does not like the bandanas. They irritate her, and because she can feel them on the back of her neck. And so she's like, trying to get it. And all I can do is laugh at her. And she got it off the other day. She untied it and everything. And so now that's her fabric. She has the ones off of herself and the ones off of Sassy. I almost said Annie, but Annie is a pug that I had many years ago. You know, she wants my fabric. She loves my fabric. Yes, I got those right here too. See, they're right here, Marlene. I got them. And I stole the ones from my hubby because he was a nurse. And I got his too. Good morning, Tasha. I missed Tasha. There she is. My video has profanities in it. Face purple crying. If you know how to edit, you just make that part silent. My dog still has one ear bow from 5 months ago. So bedraggled and cute. Yep. But now she's got like 4 bandanas right now that she plays with them, bites on them, and carries them around the house. I use the forceps things when I'm turning fabric. Yeah, you can put on music, and that'll drown it out too, Sandy. Oh, Tasha has an ice storm. Oh. I don't remember where Tasha's at. Ha! Sheila and I think alike. Yeah, I use these for when I'm turning fabric. Usually it's a smaller piece that I can't get a hold of. So I open these up and I stick them inside and I grab it and I lock it in place and I pull them through. Yeah, my husband couldn't believe I wanted his little forceps thingies. Central New York. Icy rain and snow. Oh. Oregon, we finally had a snow day with 3 inches of snow. People just don't know about snow much out here. Now, see, I thought Oregon got a lot of snow all the time in the winter. Yeah, see, Tasha uses these. Yeah. See, and I used them before I got the ones from Fat Quarter Shop. Because my fingers, I can't, with the smaller stuff, I can't reach in there and turn them. So I use those and I just reach in with those, grab a hold and pull. Lurking as I work on curves. I haven't attempted curves yet. Oh, she's halfway through them. 14 done and 14 to go. Oh, Italy is having a sunny day. Yeah, Leanna's close to Woodstock. Yes. Rebecca, that's why I don't do any hand sewing anymore, because these two fingers are completely numb and it goes through this part of my hand. So I only have 3 that I can work with. And whenever I'm trying to grip something, it causes cramps in my fingers and they go. So I don't hand sew anymore. East of the Cascades, yeah, lots of snow, but I'm in the mild valley. Okay. Yeah, see, my husband's a nurse, and when he retired, I took his because I was still trying to fight with that material and going through the cramp stage. I'm in Iowa, Marlene. I'm at the Iowa-Illinois border. So if you look at a map of Iowa and you see the hump on the east side, I'm at the bottom of the hump. I'm at the bottom of the hump. So I'm at the Iowa-Illinois border. And it's called the Quad City area. There's 2 towns in Iowa and 2 towns in, well, actually there's 3 or 4 in Illinois, but they use the big towns. So it's Davenport, Bettendorf, Rock Island, and Moline. And Moline has Moline, Silvis, and East Moline with it. And we're only 2 hours from Chicago, so. Bye, Leanna. Tell honey hi. Oh, yeah. Well, like I said, I stole it from my husband. When he retired, I went through everything that he brought home in his backpack, and I'm picking, and he's like, what are you going to do with it? I'm using it for my sewing. So I have all sorts of stuff. So I'm trying to think. I have my binding all ready for the Millie's dresses. I got that all ready to go. I need to sew this other quilt together that I showed you all the blocks for. I think I'm going to put sashing in between. I have some white, and I think I would use white better than anything else because I got so many different colors in these blocks. I was going to try and do just the different blues that I had, blues and greens, but no, I put some color in some of these blocks, especially that last one that I showed you. I put bright colors in that one. I used orange, blue, and white. 2 different oranges. I need to drink. Well, there you go. I made a fabric tray, remember, that I posted that on my community. I'm using it for my cough drops. My dentist gave me some tools they were going to get rid of. They're great for when I'm making beaded jewelry. See, I did beaded jewelry and stuff as a kid, but I can't do it today because my fingers aren't good enough for that stuff. Who are you giving the dresses quilt to? I think I'll end up keeping that one and just have it out on the back of my couch. I'm definitely keeping the tea cakes. That one is mine. I'm very proud of that one. And the Christmas tree star quilt, I'm keeping that one, and that'll be coming out at Christmas time. I still have to finish it. I have to quilt it and finish it. But I have all the pieces to that one too. Oh, and I made an Old Glory one for my husband that I have to sandwich and quilt and bind. So far, all of the quilts that I've made, I'm keeping them here unless I need to give one to somebody, and then I'll have one to actually give away. Well, Marlene, you're making really huge quilts. The one she's working on now is what, 112 by 112? Oh my Lord. And the other one that I saw in another video that you had been working on, oh, that one's huge too. See, I don't do huge ones. Tea cakes is the biggest one that I've made. Cake pop is pretty good. But those were all sew-alongs with Mona and Rowena. Those were all sew-alongs, so I could have made them smaller, but I have a problem. I am a rule follower, and if there's a pattern, I follow the pattern because there's a reason that I picked the pattern to begin with. I really liked it. That's like with tea cakes. I really, really like the tea cakes, and I like the fabric that she used on it. So, gonna go strangle the kids. That's funny. Yeah. The who's there? Yeah. Hi, honey. My leg's caught. Come here. Look at here. She brought me one of her bandanas. It's one for Valentine's. Oh, see? She knows it's hers. She wants it. There, say hi. Hi. Oh, she wants that. She wants that bandana. She's like, it's mine. She does a trick now, too, with grabbing a hold of her tags. She goes, and she sounds like a pig when she does it. And she gets a hold of them, and she has them in her mouth. She prances around with them, and then she'll go lay down, and she'll sit there with her arm like this. She thinks she's all that with those tags in her mouth. Canto from Cozy Quilt. Oh my God, the snorts. When she's trying to get those tags, she snorts all the time doing that. And she's so weird looking when she does it. Just cracks me up. I bet Millie's dresses would be pretty in boutique. Now, Millie's dresses, I used my mom's fabric. I found a really old Rubbermaid tote. It was about this tall, and it was a big square one. And that's where I found all that material for the Millie's dresses. Come here. Come here. They want to see you. Say, this is my baby, huh? Oh, yeah, yeah. Hi, honey. Yeah. Say hi to them. Over here. Say hi. This is my... This is my honey. Yeah, you my honey. Oh, you smell a cough drop. Yeah, this is my honey. I have Sassy too, but Honey doesn't like it when I pick up Sassy. She's very jealous. And I have pictures of Honey and Sassy on my community page. I have pug ornaments for my Christmas tree too. And I have little pug figurines out in the living room. I have pug everything. Well, ever since I got a pug back in the 90s, sometime in the 90s, my kids found in the newspaper, they found a pug for free. So my husband took him over there and they got this pug and they brought him home. And I'm like, what's wrong with him? I said, pugs are not free. Ever. I've never seen a free pug. Well, this was a free pug. And he latched on to me. And so the more I petted him and stuff, I'm like, there is something wrong with him here. So I'm parting all of his hair and stuff. There were cigarette burns on him. They had colored his eyes with markers. And so he could only see like this. That's all the more he could see. And so with the cigarette burns and the marker on him and everything. And the marker on the eyes, it was the vet that told me that. Because he was looking in his eyes, and he checked him all over, and we're just like, oh my God. And so that was my first pug. His name was Buddy, but I called him Bubby because one of my brothers, his nickname is Bub, and it was hard for me to say Buddy because I'd been saying Bub and Bubby for so many years. And then the first time that my brother heard me call him that, he's like, what'd you just call that dog? I started laughing. I said, Bubby. But anyway, I'm glad that we did get him because we saved him from a really bad situation. I don't know if it was the people that actually owned him that did it or if it was their kids, or I don't know. I don't know what the situation was, but I had him for many years and he was already 6 when I got him. And so he was my first one, and he's the one that got me hooked on the pugs. And I've had, I've had Buddy and Bubby and Annie. Annie came next, and then Pugsley. And then I took Lindsay. Lindsay, her family was moving, and they had another dog too. Not a pug, they had another dog. but they didn't want to take the old one. They only wanted the younger one. No, Dixie, his eyes never recovered. The marker was on there permanently. So I took Lindsay, and when I took her to the vet, he checked her all over and everything because I didn't have any papers to go with her either. So I didn't know any of the shots that she'd had or anything. So she got all of her shots again, and turns out she had some form of cancer. So I only had Lindsay for a year, but she was an older dog. And then I said Pugsley. Pugsley was my surfer dude. He had really flat eyes for a pug. And his ears were always down and back. And you remember Sean Penn from Fast Times at Ridgemont High? He was like the surfer dude. Yeah. Everything was cool with him. Yep. Wiggle butt and Pookie butt. My dog is Hannah Banana. Chunky Monkey and Fat Boy, yep. So I've had a lot of pugs ever since my little bubby. The names just fly out of my mouth. Yeah. Sometimes we call Honey Hoover because as soon as Sassy gets done eating and we release her to go in there, she goes in there and she just hoovers everything up off the floor that Sass made a mess with. And then Sassy, we call her Sassafras Tea, and I can't think of the other one right now. There's two of them. Sassarella. Yeah, I'm really glad I got that first one too. I mean, I didn't want him. I didn't want the kids having him because I knew they wouldn't take care of him, and I knew that I would end up doing it. But I'm like, it was meant to be. Good morning, Teresa. I don't think I said good morning to you. Mr. Pickles. Yeah, I can see you calling a dog dude, Sheila. Boston Terriers are cute dogs too. Can you imagine being out in public and calling your dog dude? Now, I had a friend that lived 4 houses down from me, and he had a dog, and they called it Damn It. And so every time that he was whistling for him, come here, damn it. Oh, you had a Dachshund that would eat his own poop. Annie would do that. Annie would eat poop. She didn't eat her own. She ate the others. And, oh, that grossed me out. Well, I hope you stay safe, Teresa. Our Boston was a little sausage. Yeah. And they're the cutest things. I mean, I think she's a year old now. She turned a year old last August, so she's working on 2. Sassy is 14. Sassy got really, really sick 2 winters ago. Not this last winter, but the winter before. And she lost so much weight, and her back end is just skin and bones. She has a little bit of meat still on the front top of her, but she is really skin and bones. She is just now starting to come back and eat more. Sorry, gotta say good morning to my peeps. Oh my goodness, you guys, I've been on here forever. See, Lisa says I'm a motor mouth too. That's a female dog thing. We always had male dogs and they never ate poop. Annie was the only one that did. I'm like, oh my God. I was so glad Sassy didn't do it because Sassy was around Annie. That's who she grew up with, was Annie and Pugsley. And I'm like, please don't eat the poop. I mean, we would try to get them not to do it, but it's hard. I've been on a roll. I think it's because I don't talk. I'm here alone. I'm messing around. The only time that I halfway talk, and that's when I'm on with Mona and Lisa. But they do most of the talking. I just sit in the background and I giggle every once in a while. Time flies when you can actually stay online. I don't know what the problem was with my computer earlier, but after I rebooted, then it was okay. Yeah, Zaza's been here. She's been doing other stuff too. Poop eating usually starts from a deficiency. It can eventually turn into a habit. Chicken poop is a different story. All dogs just like chicken poop. Well, thank God they're not around chickens. Yeah, Mona Lisa. That's what I call them, is Mona Lisa. And my husband always starts singing that song. Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa. Deb, did you finish quilting that pretty table runner? Anna, I did. Well, good morning, too. I did, except, and I thought I was all done last night with it. I got to looking at it this morning. I had run out of bobbin again. And I have 2 lines that I need to finish. And then I can square it up and put the binding on it. Because I have the binding sitting right there too. I had intended to get that table runner done for last 4th of July. And it didn't happen. So at least I'll have it done for this one. Oh, see, I don't go on Instagram hardly at all. I have an Instagram. I have Instagram. I have Facebook. I have a Twitter, but I never go on it. I even have MySpace, but I haven't been on that since they first came out with it. You want to see it? It's right here. There's the back. Oh, I picked it up the right way. And there's 4 stars. There's 4 stars going across with the flag in the middle. Oh my Lord, my eyes just went buggy looking at the back of this. So I just have to square it up now. Well, finish those 2 lines. They're right there that I need to finish. I went through so many bobbins doing this because I was using up bobbins. I was trying to get rid of the bobbins that I had. And this was one of those not quilt as you go. It was one of the kits from My Fabric Addiction one. And it was already all cut for me. So all I had to do was sit down and sew it together. So I sewed the top all together, and then I put it in that pile over there with all the other ones. And then I'm like, yes, Rebecca, it's a pre-cut from My Fabric Addiction 1. That one is called Land of Liberty, Sheila. They have Kimberly there on My Fabric Addiction 1. She has another one that is red, white, and blue, and it's like sparklers. Hey, Debbie, been playing hide and seek. Yeah, 3 or 4 times. But this one stuck, so machine quilting on my domestic makes my shoulders hurt. Well, Teresa, it takes me a long time to do any kind of quilting on there because it hurts my shoulders and it hurts my hands, and I can only do it for so long, and then I'm done. That's it for the day. Yeah, Rebecca, it's called Land of Liberty. And I got it from My Fabric Addiction 1. I'm pretty sure the Fabric Hut has it too. It says a pre-cut on theirs too. Yeah, Crystal, Rita, this one's been staying on for 1 hour and 42 minutes. Okay, Zaza, see you later. Did I win it from Kimberly? No. I bought it. I buy quite a bit from My Fabric Addiction 1. Good morning, Miss Joyce K. Now I have one on Marie Scrappy Creations. I won the fabric bundle, the scraps from Kimberly. And when they came, oh my God, it came in strips mostly. And I had 2.5-inch cuts. I had 3-inch cuts. I even had 4-inch cuts. And oh my God, it just shoved in this bag. It was stuffed full. I even had a layer cake in there, and I had some charm packs in there that she had made from other fabric, from yardage that she had made. I had 2.5-inch squares. I was using the 2.5-inch squares. I'm making a bag out of it. I put the zipper on the bag, and I was getting ready to sew the sides and the bottom, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I forgot the handles. So I haven't put handles on it yet. So I put that over on this table. So it's something I'll go back to. I haven't done any of the cotton cuts. I'm on their email list, but I love having it already cut for me. I hate to do the cutting. That's why I bought the AccuQuilt, but I still haven't messed with it because I haven't put it in its permanent spot. Yeah, so when I do the quilting, I'm not Lisa. I cannot sit there and quilt and quilt and quilt and quilt and quilt for hours at a time. Can't do it. I quilt on it. Well, I was quilting this one Saturday when we were all on, but I kept taking breaks and I was reading the chat and everything, I was reading the chat. I was talking a little bit. Yeah, I got them Paisley charm packs too, and I got the the Flower Power charm packs that she made up. There was like 96 in a pack for it. I think I spent $13 for 96 of them. Yeah. Yeah, I like the Edita Star patterns too, but I am not advanced enough to work on hers. I don't have the confidence to do any of hers yet. But I have purchased the pre-cut kits from My Fabric Addiction 1. I love them. Like I said, putting that one together, that was easy. I just sat down, I took it out of the package, sat down and started sewing. Now, if I got a pre-cut from Edita, Teresa, I would probably do that. But it's because I hate doing the cutting. That's the worst part of quilting for me, is the cutting. Yeah, there are some legit kits that I would like to try. Foundation paper piecing in itself, I'd like to try it, but I'm afraid of it. But somebody sent me some papers from Sew Samplers for the Woven Star and something else. There was 2 of them. So I really need to work on those Woven Stars too, because they come with the foundation paper piecing. Cotton Cuts' Tree of Life. I thought that was very pretty. I'm going to have to try one of theirs someday. I have worked on Missouri Stars, the All Stars quilt. I have it all done, all the stars done. I just have to put it together. So see, there's another one that I've got in the works. The Christmas tree one for the block of the month from Missouri Star. That's all sitting down here beside me. That one's called 'Tis the Season. See, there's some of the stars. And that one is just month 1. I have them all sitting right here. I only sewed the stars together. I haven't sewed anything else. So I got that one to do. And then the third one was that giant sewing machine. I have all the pieces to that done. I just need to put them together. And I haven't done that. I guess I figure I didn't have to hurry up and do that because I wasn't going to quilt it. There's no way that big of a quilt I was going to do on this. Well, then I bought the cutie, and the cutie is sitting in a box out right outside this door on the other side of my hutch. I don't think it was courthouse steps. I think it was a square and a square thing. I had 2 Joanne Kit quilts from 1998 and just got them together last year. Then I found 10 of 12 blocks at the thrift store, so I was thrilled. I haven't been to a thrift store around here. Marlene's doing her first cotton cuts, the cowboy tombstone one, but my packages are so delayed out here. I still haven't got January's packet, and I'm already billed for February. Wow. I know, Melanie. I got to get the AccuQuilt put in here first because I got to get it off of the table. What machine will you use on your cutie? Well, Dawn, I got another sewing machine. I have 2 brothers. My very first brother is underneath this sewing table. There's a shelf down there, so that's where it stays. I got that one in 2001. And then I bought this one. And this one stayed on my kitchen table for a couple years before I did anything with it because it was a computerized one and it scared me. So it sat on my table. So I sewed with the other one and this one was behind it. And then last February, my mother-in-law was put into a nursing home and her apartment needed to be cleaned out. And everything fell onto my sister-in-law's shoulders there in Michigan. My husband's brother, Jim, he lived up there too, but he wasn't going to help her do any of that stuff. And the other brother lives north of Chicago, Little River Grove, something like that. And so we lived the farthest away, but we went up there to help his sister. And I got her sewing machine. It's a Necchi. It's an Italian sewing machine. And I'm going to try that one on my cutie. I'm going to try that one first. If that one doesn't work with it, then I'll get my old brother out. Because my old brother only does straight stitch and zigzag, so that should be good for it. I have pictures of my Necchi on my community tab too. I got it all cleaned. And I changed the needle in it because I didn't know when she had stopped quilting. I don't know how long she'd had it in her closet. Joydy, what colorway did you pick for Wild West? I can get a free sample block from Legit Kits to try. Is that on their website? Well, Dawn, I'm going to start with the Necchi. But I have to make sure that it actually runs. I mean, I put a piece of material in it and I know it runs. I plugged it all in and everything. But I just don't know how well it will work with it. Yeah, Judy, that's why I was going to start with the Necchi. It has a bigger throat space than the brother that I have down there. I don't want to use my machine that I piece with. Because I don't want to have to relearn another machine again. Oh, Crimsonette for Flyway. Oh, Cotton Cuts does the free samples too? Oh. Well, and I'm in the Cotton Cuts Facebook group, but I hardly ever go on Facebook anymore. Well, Melanie, that's why I'm doing these dream little ones. I'm going to practice with them. Mystic Cactus. Crimson was the one I wanted, but it was sold out. So I got the Tula Pink one. Wow. I need a second machine for emergencies. Well, I had two, Dixie, and they're both brothers. One's just a really, really old one. Like I said, I got it in 2002. Well, I got it for Christmas in 2002. And then I had this computerized one. I bought it. I bought it online, and it came. And when I took it out of the box, I was afraid of it because it was all computerized on the side. I'm like, oh my God. And it has the stop start button on it and the needle up, down. The reverse is there. And it's got the stitch where you can go slow, medium, or fast. I started out with slow, really slow. I did one stitch at a time. It was funny. I have the hoop frame with a Q19. Game changer. Yes, I would like to have a bigger frame, but I don't have any more house that I can get into. My husband has the basement. That's his territory. He has the bedroom too with his computer in there. But we only have 2 rooms in the basement. We have what I call the man cave, and it's got the exercise equipment down there. It's got his record player and stuff. I might try a free sample from the Jit Kits. I volunteer at a clothing bank. They get machines all the time, so I'm shopping with my quilt buddies there. Yeah. Leanna gets other machines all the time. Sometimes she pays $5 for it, sometimes 20. She gets some really good machines. And then, of course, she cleans them all and oils them all up and everything, and then they run just like they're brand new again. Well, our basement, we got the man cave, and then the room adjacent to that is the laundry room. And there's no room in there either. And then there's the garage. And I'm not going out in the garage. My car is in the garage. It's got to have a place to be. Well, Sandy, I'm getting comfortable enough with quilting that I'm willing to go out and try this other stuff now. A year ago, I wouldn't have been trying any of this stuff. Well, heck, look at my blocks. I got my blocks sitting here that I never finished because I didn't know what to do with them because I did not have a pattern for this. I had patterns that we went by to make the blocks, but there was no finishing pattern for a layout or anything, so I didn't know what to do with it. So they sat in a pile. Well, I pulled them out of that pile the other day, and I'm sorting them here, and I'm putting them into rows, and I'm like, okay, there's my rows. Your eyes kept going back to it. Not the colors I typically choose. Yeah, I usually watch a little bit of Ian too, but it's mostly on replays that I watch him. Well, Marlene, on this one, I think I'm going to use white for the sashing because I used white as the background for all the blocks, except for a couple of the blue ones. I used a really light blue for the background on them. Yeah, there was at least 2 or 3 of them. Oh, I forgot to show you this one. With her little bonnet. That was my first hen. I did that other hen since then. See, I told you I had 4 in a row because I had 16 blocks. Oh, Gizmo. Dang you. Gizmo really likes me. There we go. There, I got rid of him. I reported him. Oh, Lisa got a hold of one of them too. 2 borders and I'm done. Yeah, I need the 2 borders because I need to go around it with the white and the sashing. And then I'm thinking blue for a border around it. A dark blue. Oh, Joydy, I missed him too. I didn't see him right away. I was busy looking at Crimsonette for the Tree of Life. Yeah, he changes his name by 1 letter or adds a number to it, and then he comes back. He's the one that picks on me and Leanna. I guess he found me on Leanna's page because I didn't have any trolls to begin with. And then after he was showing up on hers and Joydy and I was getting him, God, there he is again. I guess I need to go over here because I don't have the same choices on my phone. Sorry. I didn't hit the mute fast enough. I reported him too, Melanie. Well, Dixie, we're trying to catch him really fast. Joydy reported him too. Joydy reported him. I reported him. Melanie reported him. But this one here, he picks on me and Leanna. Bye, Anna. Thanks for coming. Yeah, I should be getting off of here. What time is it? Oh, yeah, I should be getting off of here. I've been here 2 hours now. Well, if he comes back now, I got him. I'm up on my computer, too. I can get a hold of him. There he is. Lisa put him out. Teresa, he gets to talk. He wants us to take our shirts off. Or he talks about Leanna in her pajamas, and then he starts in about golden showers, and yeah, he does it all. Bye, Marlene. Yes, usually it's Lisa and I on Sunday mornings. It's called Sundays at 7 on Lisa's channel. I took over coming on today because Lisa is having the storms and stuff. She had lightning. When she has lightning, she doesn't turn on her equipment. So she unplugs everything. So that's why I came on by myself today. I don't usually come on by myself. If I usually come on, it's a video. So I am going to be saying see you later. And I hope you all have a really good day. Oh, the hen is really fun. Sandy, if you just email me, I'll send you a copy of it. I have the pieces for it right here and here. I have them saved on my computer. I can send you the pattern. The pattern comes from Rita's Roost. So at least we got rid of him. So yeah, we do this every Sunday. And if Lisa can't be here, then either me or Leanna come on and take her place. Yeah, we do have a really good idea of who it is, but we gotta just keep reporting him. I report him every single time I see him, and yet he still comes back. And like I say, he changes one letter in his name, or he adds a number to the end, and then he comes back, and he keeps coming back and keeps coming back. Yeah, Sheila, it must be my Wi-Fi is what it is, because I told my husband, I said, I need to directly link to the cable for the phone, but there's no cord long enough to reach my computer. That's why I'm on Wi-Fi. It's my Wi-Fi that's messing up. So if I get back out and I reboot and everything, come back up, then it seems to be okay. I don't understand it. Okay, so everybody have a good Sunday. I'll see you tomorrow on Mona's. That's at noon my time, 1 o'clock Eastern. And that's over on Mona's channel. Mona Did What? And hopefully I will be getting all of this figured out so you can all drop your links too. I don't know. Technology is not my thing, so yeah, I got to get out of my jams too. I got to finish up that table runner so I can bind it and be done with it, ready for the table. Oh, you ran out of the thread. I lost bobbin chicken so many times yesterday because I was trying to use up what little thread I had on some of my spools. I got rid of quite a few of them. I think it was 4 of them that I emptied. So, bye, Melanie. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.